once again in the Champions League, an event that he finished joint third in last year. And I actually think, I covered his game that he was talking about in his interview there against Josh Kane. And I actually think he's been a little bit harsh on himself. I'm actually generally quite impressed with where Carl's game was. I just thought he was a little bit unlucky. He had tough finishes, he didn't quite get them. You could see the plan. I just think, like a lot of players that weekend, he just struggled with the pace of the TV table, caught him out a lot. But yeah, I thought generally the vibes were pretty good. It showed to me that his game was in a decent enough place. But breaking dry to start the opening frame is not exactly what he wanted. And that shot from Scott Pope there is not exactly what he wanted.
Must have been holding for the red to left centre, just tricked too far. Having to pull back. Doesn't look like there's much damage done. Hasn't left a yellow on at first glance. The reds are a good layout. Yellows actually aren't that bad. The red on the left-hand side is awkward, near the bottom of the table. Certainly has a pocket. Well, didn't realise he'd left Carl sight of that. I thought he'd got only the right-hand edge of those, and that changes things a little bit. Carl blocks off the pocket, so loss of turn you'd feel, but can you play the loss of turn and hide the white? It looks tricky, so he may not. He may leave it where it is because that yellow's blocked off. Okay, it was fairly free simply because the yellow at the top of the table doesn't go past the red to top left. So he was trying to guard yellows down the table. So pretty good job done there from Scott Pope.
Yeah, it's the two in a line directly in the middle of the table that the ones he had to block off, and he's done so pretty successfully. Last turn coming in from Houdini here by any chance?
It's risky though, it's really risky.
Oh no, that's clever. That's a brilliant shot. Does so well to make that, but
yeah,
it's difficult to say because, you know, was there any other alternative than him going? You know, this next shot is horrendously tricky, but he's at the table with a chance to win the frame, and I don't think there was any other shot on for him there.
But he could have played a cue ball. He didn't have to leave the cue ball here. He could have, you know, he certainly could have got it down the table playing that shot as well. Oh, brilliant! That's a brilliant shot.
I think that's those two yellows plans as well.
Yeah, it have to be made. They're not absolutely dead set, but they're not too far off. He's annoyed that he's hampered queuing more than he is. I mean, he is on the plant, but if it was one roll to the left or right, he'd feel a lot happier about it.
Yeah, just lining up his angles. See, it's not quite set, but it almost is. Good shot. Really wanted to catch that red full in the face, and he's straight in on the yellow to bottom left. He's having to dig pretty deep here.
He's fine though, he's on the yellow top left, and the other yellow to the right hand side of that goes top left as well. So you can stun across the table, and you want to leave yourself just off straight top left, and then you can come down the table on the left hand side. Oh my, considering how good he'd cued a couple of shots in that visit, that was pretty poor. I mean, nowhere near.
That's off for Scott Pope, who should, from this position, go 1-0 in front. It's interesting, the game that I covered this weekend in the British Open, I was alongside former finalist Tony Holgate in the commentary box. If you're watching tonight, Tony, a very good evening to you. But Tony was playing in the era that Carl Morris was so successful in. I mean, between the years of 1998 and 2001, he was the world #1, and that, by and large, is considered the golden era of this sport. Some amazing players playing at that time, and Carl Morris was the #1 for a long time. And he said what Carl's special ability was, if you like, is he never cued the ball amazingly well. He didn't have a classic cue action like some of the top players do and all the rest of it. But what he did was he really recognised his own limitations, played to the absolute maximum of his ability, which might have been naturally a little bit less than a few others. But he said his superpower was judging the bounce of balls and playing little cannons and judging where things were going to go after he played into them. He said he was absolutely incredible at that. And just think, there was a shot in there where he tried to land, hit the red full in the face, and he's in on the yellow bottom left straight. And that's the sort of pattern that Carl looks for, because that's a much easier shot than slightly hampered cueing 2/3 of the table length, 3/4 ball yellow. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And you almost can talk yourself out of it a little bit out there, and you can see he's trying to shake it off and indicating he's a little bit cold out in the arena as well. But the hard work and the visit had been done. It was one that would have hurt Scott as well. A missed opportunity for Carl Morris for sure.
Webb does have a very, very decent break. Really just smash it. Pretty tough to be dry off that.
Yeah, looks in disgust as he walks away, because he knows how good a layout this is. Hits them brilliantly, but really, really good. And the layout is fabulous. Best it's as good as you could hope for, really. Just need a ball to fall. If he goes yellows, he may have to go the plant first. Does the yellow he's playing, if that sneaks in direct, that's better than playing the plant. You don't want to play the plant and have the yellow go safe. Yeah, job done. That was excellent. Now pick your route.
It's a lovely shot. Doesn't mind the plant from this angle because it's much more controllable.
The yellow's not going to move away. That's why that's why that one was better.
Wide open layout.
Yeah, love to land on the one to right centre here, fairly straight in, and then you're over. You're done. That's fine. Maybe going to roll further than he wanted, and he'll just go around the other way round. But same deal. Top two at the top were going to be the last two. If he can get fairly straight in on the one top right, you can't fail.
Interesting to see Carl play so quickly. I mean, I know these are absolute doddles. But we're very used to Carl playing at what we'd call maybe a more sedate pace. But he's absolutely picking up the speed. Is Houdini out there? It's one of the players who notoriously you wouldn't like to play on an outer table.
Yeah, I think what's the kind way of saying this? There's a few things going on when you play Carl Morris. There's an awful lot of background noise potentially. Gamesmanship is the polite way of saying it. That will certainly irritate a lot of players. Certainly would have irritated me back when I was playing. But the best players in the world would just not even notice. You only notice that sort of stuff when you're playing badly.
Well, it's what Josh Kane said in his interview after he beat Carl Morris in the last 32, I think it was, of the British Open. He said, I just had to dial in. I know Carl will try and engage me in conversation and distraction and all the rest of it through the match. I just picked a point on the table and just stared at it when I wasn't at the table. And it's the sort of thing that you have to do. Carl's gone to the cut break. 8 ball flying, just misses middle pocket, but he has made a ball. How's the leave? It's not nice, I don't think. I'm not sure he's got an opening shot.
If he's on red to right centre, it's a brilliant layout, but I'm questioning whether he's even on that at all.
I think the only one he can make is maybe the yellow that's almost directly above the cue ball, as you see there. That might go to the top centre pocket as we look at the overhead view.
Might have to just clip off and leave the cue ball on the bottom cushion. He might leave half a chance for Scott Pope if he does that. Is he playing the yellow or the red? Must be the yellow. Yellows are definitely trickier than reds, but they're not. Well, I say they're not awful. That red has just gone and blocked the yellow by the 8-ball.
Yeah, I think that was what the sarcastic little tap on the knee was from Carl Morris. He looked a little irritated as he came around the table. He can squeeze this yellow in, I'm pretty sure. On to top left. It's tight, but I think he can squeeze it in. Flies. He's just struggling with that cue ball. Not quite got it where he needs it.
Potting himself deep into trouble here.
If he lands to the left side of the break line, he'd have a double on. If he really wants to, you know, put all his eggs in one basket, I think he can get out here. It'd be a great finish if he can. Looking at a double here, maybe. Can slide it by the red. It's another failed attempt from Carl Morris.
Leaves a good chance on for Scott. I thought he could see the red nearest bottom right hand corner pocket actually, and you clip that in and then start to go from there. Maybe he can't because he's going up the table. I'm not sure that you'd want to play the plant on the right hand side, and that's the issue. So definitely would be tempted to get rid of the red over the pocket first. Only that the red would come away from the pocket if he was to play the plant. It's very off angle. But I suppose there would be room to play on it with the red bottom left as a connection. So interesting to see if he does play the plant or play the one over the pocket. Was looking for a fuller contact there. He wanted to bump it up the table towards the centre pocket and hold on the red to bottom left. Now he's just going to have to back himself to play it down the cushion.
Yeah, when he came to the table, this was not exactly what he had in mind at this stage. Is ordinarily you'd think, oh well, it's okay, you can just roll this one in dead weight and he's automatically on his next red. The issue is going to be pretty straight on that red, and he's got to land on the 8-ball. 8-ball's well guarded. He needs some angle here.
It's just far enough off the cushion. I think he can pinch the pocket enough just to get across, yeah, to where he is there. Give himself a shot at it. Problem is, he'd love to have come down one more turn down the table, but you risk them going behind the yellow. But he has got just enough angle to punch this in and get up quite right behind the 8-ball here.
He's done well. Nicely done. 2-1 lead then for Scott Pope. 6 minutes and change remaining. Ticking down towards that 5-minute mark here. Second match of the night. If you missed our first match between Craig Waddingham and Clayton Castaldi, you missed, well, one of the more unique matches we've ever seen with Ultimate Pool. It finished 0-0.
I still don't believe it as you're saying it. I've got to be honest, it was incredible.
his cue ball this time, which I thought was interesting, because it's not like he hit the first one badly in any way whatsoever. But he absolutely rips this. Really does break it well.
Just driving all the power through the pack, really getting through it well. Okay, that's not necessarily helped much. 2 yellows at the bottom are a real problem.
Oh, he's been a little unlucky.
Yeah, I think so.
You have to say, he's played a really good shot there. Creative way to open everything up. Just hasn't quite opened everything up. And you do just trust a little to luck in that scenario, and he's not had much. He can tuck up a little bit here, though. Player safety to come back in a visit's time. But he's overhit it. Reds are on.
So it's the red nearest the top cushion, but you can immediately play red off yellow and open everything up. It was a poor shot from Scott. The one thing you had to make sure of is that you didn't leave this red on. You know, I know that he's trying to get welded behind that 8 ball, but oh, he's been fortunate. He's been fortunate because it's a very loose shot from Carl Morris.
Yeah, needed to catch the yellow there at a much fuller angle. And just snicking it, just pushed it along. Scott Pope says, wow.
He's got enough angle here. Force this one across. Missed the first yellow to get the second, well, get the red. Oh, how'd you hit that gap? Fully in trouble.
Oh, he's in a world of hurt now. We've seen Carl Morris here before, and he's found a way. He's running out of options, mind.
Trying to create an angle there that wasn't quite there.
Has he got an angle here? Maybe?
Not a natural. Can he maybe get enough screw in to come into the side cushion and into it? But it looks too thin for that for me. Wow, that had some grip on it. Incredible.
That's a pretty good effort, you've got to say.
Now, if you're Scott Pope here, you don't need to do anything. You bump the yellow out, and well, he's going the other way. I'd have gone for the yellow on the right-hand side, but it's the same deal. This is running the clock down. You just keep asking Carl to get out of a really tricky situation. Yeah, Carl should play this with some pace.
Yeah, Scott just feathered the yellow there.
I mean, there's no benefit to Carl playing it at that pace. He needs the red to come out. Yeah.
He needs to pop the red, essentially.
Yeah, but whilst the yellows are really awkward, if you get the red out, at least you're giving yourself half a chance. Just coming off a couple of cushions and hitting the red is absolutely no good. Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
The Massey Morris is coming out again. That is not quite the same level that he played in the British Open last year.
It almost makes the one in the British Open better.
Do you know what?
Because it shows how hard it is.
In a serious way, yeah, it does just illustrate how ridiculously difficult that shot is.
Will he play it again?
Yeah,
I mean, the 2 cushions is on with pace. Because if he plays that, oh, he's going to masse into the cushion now. But to me, this is the wrong choice of shot. It's absolutely the wrong, because if he gets the shot right, he's not going to be moving the red. The 2 cushions, bottom cushion, right side cushion, into the red with pace is the shot he's got to play. There's only under 2 minutes to play. You've got to get that red out. The same again here. If you play the masse, you're in trouble. This is the shot with pace.
Didn't get it, but that's subscribe to that opinion.
I'll do the same one more time. Well, he's going to do it at the bottom of the table, just so he's had a sighter now at that 2 cushion. Next time, assuming he gets cue ball in hand, it would be pot the 3 open balls and you've won.
They're open now.
Yeah, now just mop them up slowly. Frame and match over. Oh, he's not going to snooker him again. I thought he was for a second when he was coming down the table. I thought he was going to get him behind the 8 ball. No need to do that.
This match is over. It's going to be Scott Pope who goes top of the group after the first round of matches. Frame difference doesn't come into the group, so there's no huge advantage in Scott mopping these up before the time is done. He'll just pop the 8-ball for posterity. It's a 3-1 win for Scott Pope to round out that second match of the night, and he goes top of the group in the Champions League. More matches coming next.